the show where we are going to go through all of Pokemon, starting from the beginning, going all the way until now. Today, we're going to be taking a look at episodes 14, 15, and 16 of Indigo League. Ben, take it.
Take it. Okay, so are we just gonna jump right in?
If you want to.
Okay.
Normally we kind of banter.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm dropping the ball so much.
No, it's okay. I get it. I mean, I feel like in unusually has not been a lot of time between the last episode and this episode, like IRL.
Yeah, it was like
Usually,
2 weeks.
Yeah. So
a little longer than I want it to be.
Right, but we're a little more on the ball than we have been.
Yeah, I have a beard now.
Yeah, you do have a beard now. That's awesome.
So we got that going for us.
Love it. Heck yeah. It's been slightly uneventful, but not in the bad way.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been good. It's been chill. Been having a good time. We watched your episodes. We did our homework, and we're here. Yep,
and you guys can do your homework too. Next time we will be doing 17, 18, and 19. So go ahead and watch those episodes for next time. But right now we're going to jump right into episode 14.
Yeah. Let's do it.
So episode 14 is titled Electric Shock Showdown. It originally aired July 1st, 1997 in Japanese and September 25th, 1998 in English.
Okay.
Now, we have a game that we like to play over here at the Unown Origins podcast. So the Who Is That Pokemon segment we do not have when we watch Pokemon, but we thought that it is such a cool thing that we didn't want to get rid of it. So I have compiled all of the Pokemon in the Who's That Pokemon segment, and Ben is going to figure out who the Pokemon was in that segment. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon for episode 14?
I feel like it was probably Raichu.
You are right, it was in fact Raichu.
There we go. Which makes sense. I mean, I remember this episode very well from when I was younger. I wasn't old enough when it first aired, but in reruns and that kind of stuff, I do remember watching this episode. Loved it. One of my favorites. Iconic episode, but Raichu is very prevalent in the episode. So
yes, I also remember the first time I watched this episode, and I also remember this episode being very good.
Yes, agreed. And on the rewatch, I would still agree.
Yeah, I think this is the best episode we have watched so far.
Ooh, I don't know about best.
Okay, we'll get to that. Our thoughts at the end.
Yep,
we'll talk about what the episode is, and then we can debate and see whether it is the best one.
Okay.
So the team finally makes it to Vermilion City after being lost for 2 weeks. And Ash is ready to go to the gym, but Pikachu is starving.
Pikachu is so dead tired. He's hungry. He does not want to go to this gym at all. But he gets drug into it, of course.
Literally dragged into it.
Literally drug into it.
So they go to the Pokemon Center, and Nurse Joy, that she is cousins with the other Joys, none of it matters anymore. None of it matters.
Not at all. But it's funny that her first cousin is the Pewter City gym, the first gym, and her second cousin is the second gym lead. It's just like a stupid...
Yeah, they're just making it up at this point.
They really
I don't know why I had that big crash out moment about the Jennies when they're just like, yeah, this Joy is the cousins of these ones, when this one said she was the sister of these other ones.
Who knows?
It doesn't matter anymore. None of it matters.
It doesn't, but that's okay.
So while they're in the center, a boy comes in with a very hurt Rattata after challenging the gym leader.
And he is far from the only one, too. The Senate Surge has sent like 6, 7 trainers at that that are currently in the Pokemon Center.
The whole wall of beds.
He's just bullying these kids and their pets, and it's crazy. I mean, this is a grown-ass man.
Kicking the rope. I mean, it is his job, literally.
It is, but still.
He might be doing it, his own way, a little too roughly, but it is his job.
It is. It's crazy, though. I mean, the Pokemon Center is full of kids and their pets that have just been beaten up by this grown man. It's crazy. So
Misty and Brock are trying to convince Ash that this is not a good idea. He probably isn't strong enough to beat Surge. And Ash...
And Pikachu is just terrified this whole time. Like, man, is that what he did to the last one? What's he gonna do to me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
So Ash and Misty start having a little argument back and forth. And Nurse Joy says that two people, when if they fight, they really care about each other.
Joy is shipping Misty and Ash. It's great.
This Nurse Joy is a Poke shipper.
Exactly. We love it, though.
There's a lot of Poke shipping moments in this first season between Misty and Ash. Poke shipping is what they call Misty and Ash. Pokemon does shipping names weird. They don't do blank XY.
Well, they can't do XY. They have XY later on. They can't...
But yeah, it's Poke shipping for Misty and Ash.
That's fair. That makes sense. I mean, that's the only real like connection level, at least with Ash, because Brock has that with like
everybody else. But yeah, it's just a cute moment between Misty and Ash here.
Yeah, no, it is a cute moment.
Because they have like a sibling thing almost right now.
Yeah, they have a sibling-like relationship. They're always kind of at each other's throats and picking on each other, and which I guess it makes sense seeing Misty's relationship with her sisters earlier on. It makes sense.
And Ash is an only child and is just like, this girl, she is annoying to me.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Of course.
So Ash's Pokemon get healed up, and then we hear the Pokemon Center jingle.
The little jingle from the guy. I thought that was such a cool little, like,
throw it in there.
Yeah, it was really neat. My face kind of lit up when I heard it. I'm like, oh, hey, that was cute.
Instead of Joe just being like, it's done, time to check out. It's just like, bing, 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 bing. It's like, oh,
It was
hey.
cool.
I recognize that one.
Yeah.
And then at Pikachu sitting on the counter, like, just eating an apple.
Yep.
Because it wasn't hurt. He was just hungry.
Yeah, he was
He shows up to
munching.
the Pokemon Center. Nurse Joy is like, so what's wrong? Pika. Oh, you're hungry? Here, man.
Take an apple. I don't. That's all I got, man.
So Pikachu seems very scared, like you were saying, to go to the gym, but Ash is like, we gotta go anyway. And everyone continues to tell Ash, you're gonna lose.
Hey, this is a bad idea, dude. Like, maybe train up your Pokemon a little bit. Like, I don't know. Level it up. Because levels, I guess, kind of exist.
Levels do exist.
Yeah, apparently. But they go anyways.
Yeah. So we go into the gym and we meet Lieutenant Surge and the other gym trainers, which we haven't seen gym trainers at all.
Not really.
Other than like Misty's sisters, but I don't think they quite count because they're not treated like gym trainers in the anime, even though in Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee.
In Let's Go, they're named,
the gym trainers are named after the sisters.
Right, which Let's Go was weirdly like retroactive about like it added a bunch of anime stuff to the games, which I thought was neat. But it's not like that in Yellow or Red or Blue, Fire Red, Leaf Green, any of the old Kanto games. They've never done that before. But it was cool to see it.
Like actual like gym trainers in the gym.
Yeah.
But Ash doesn't have to like fight them or anything.
No, they're just.
Nor does he have to go through the trash can puzzle.
No, he doesn't have to go through the trash can puzzle. And one of the gym trainers is actually the announcer for the battle, it seemed like, which was kind of odd, but it was cool.
He's got to do something.
Yeah, he's got to do something. He's not just going to stand around. I did also really like the design of the gym, the lightning bolts on the outside of the building. I thought that was a really neat touch, just to kind of flare it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was neat. Welcome to the Vermilion City Gym. How tough are you? Sorry.
I know. Well, so that's a good soundbite.
Okay.
So Surge has like such a distinct voice.
He does.
Like, it's so like memorable and like fits his character.
It does.
Kind of like vaguely New York.
Yeah, he's our American character. He was in the military, and then here you go. That's
hey,
him.
right, you. Yeah, hit him with the thunderbolt. It's another baby coming to challenge the gym. And like we've been like getting at like the weird accents that all the characters have.
Oh yeah.
Not Surge.
Nah, Surge
gets a
it
pass.
works. Surge it works for. Not like Brock's weird French accent for the last episode that he tried to do.
That was just Brock making a mockery.
Brock, yeah. That was interesting.
So when Ash shows up, Surge sets up kind of the dynamic for this episode. Surge thinks you should evolve your Pokemon right away to make them stronger immediately. But Ash thinks that that's kind of mean to force your Pokemon to evolve just for it to be stronger.
Just for the battle, yeah. Which I can see why Ash has that point of view. I mean, his whole character is nature versus nurture, I feel like. It's more loving and having that relationship with the Pokemon versus pretty much everybody else in the anime. It's just, make them stronger.
Yeah.
Make them do the thing. And that's why Ash is such a good trainer.
Ash is about the journey where other trainers have been about, like, getting stronger. Like, AJ was like, I gotta get everyone to be a certain level, then I can go fight.
Right.
Whereas, like, Joe and Giselle were like, we have to use smarts, and we have to really work on levels, and we have to know all this knowledge, where Ash just kind of goes off a vibe and feel and has, like, his heart lead him.
And then Damien's just a dick.
True, yeah.
But
And so it's glad to see that, like, Surge is kind of enforcing that, too.
yeah.
It's not just, like, random characters who, like, are created for the anime. Like, we are inserting the actual gym characters with these characters.
Right.
To fit the vibe of the anime that we have.
Oh, yeah. And it's a really cool fit. I mean, he does kind of still have that personality in the games, but they definitely ramp it up a little bit. They definitely go a little harder with it, which
actually
I
like
appreciate.
make a story for the episode.
Yeah.
Which is to the benefit of the episode.
Very much
I think that's
so.
why the episode is so good.
Right. I like that he's calling Pikachu a baby Pokemon when babies
Pokemon
don't exist yet.
No, you're thinking of Pichu, Serge.
Exactly. Well, he's not thinking of Pichu because Pichu doesn't exist yet. But it's okay. We'll get there. All
right. So Ash and Surge have a one-on-one match, Raichu versus Pikachu. Very interesting that that's the layout for this one. It's like has to be one-on-one.
Yeah, because none of the other ones have like specified that, okay, it has to be on. And granted, they did turn out like that. I think Brock's gym was just Onix and Pikachu.
Right. Misty did like one switch out. I think Ash also did a switch out.
I think so. But it's interesting that that's the first time we've like, for sure like specified that rule beforehand.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
So Pikachu goes for a Thunder Shock, his signature move, but it is ineffective. It just washes right over him. And then Raichu goes for his own Thunder Shock, and it just almost wipes out Pikachu.
With him. Yeah. No, immediately.
But Pikachu, he's not gonna go down to some jabroni that easily. And so he goes back in, but then Raichu takes him down with a combo, Mega Punch, Mega Kick. That takes down Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah, Pikachu at the beginning of that fight too was so ready to throw hands. He is so immediately into it.
Yeah, he's like, don't you call me a
And then
baby.
immediately just gets shut down. Yeah. Unfortunately.
He's the fiery baby face. He's like ready to go, but then Raichu is like the twice as big, like bad evil heel who's like gonna overpower him.
Yeah. And it then immediately after that cuts to right outside the window, Team Rocket is watching it.
Yeah.
And I think it's so cute that they're cheering on Pikachu here. Like they're kind of like,
their logic is we think Pikachu is the strongest thing ever because it beats us every week.
Yeah.
If Pikachu loses to this Raichu, what does that say about us?
Yeah, exactly.
So for our own pride, we need Pikachu to win this.
Yeah. And they are like the most supportive. I love them in this episode. I know we've talked before about how annoying Team Rocket can be, because they can be, but it's very cute in this episode. This is a very good Rocket moment.
Use of Team Rocket.
Yes.
I think that, again, leads to how good this episode is.
Correct.
The fact that Team Rocket isn't annoying and they're not getting in the way.
Right.
They're playing into like the main plot of the episode, and it's
right. And that's why it works.
They're not really driving it forward, but they're playing into it, and they are bringing the comedy.
Yeah.
Like Ash, Surge, Brock, Misty, they're all playing this pretty straight, and then Team Rocket is bringing the comedy.
Yeah.
Which I think is what should be the rest of the time.
I think so too. They are a good comedic rock. Like they are funny characters on their own individually. They each have a good personality behind them, but they don't do serious very well. And to be villains, I feel like they have to play that serious role sometimes, and it doesn't usually work out when they do. At least in my mind.
And that's when it gets kind of annoying for us.
Exactly. But roles like this are perfect,
Yeah.
And I know in way later, in Gen 8, when Ash finally wins the league and all that, Rocket is like there in the stands cheering him on too.
Like mega spoilers.
Mega spoilers.
In like 12 years,
in
12 years, when we're talking about the end of the anime, and the episode is, we're finally done with this.
We'll cut back to now.
Yeah. We'll do a big montage.
Every time Ben has mentioned shit that shouldn't have been mentioned yet.
We're going to make like 10 montages. Maybe the fans will make 10 montages.
Woo! Do it. Send it to us. We'll use it. I promise. It'll be great.
So Pikachu ends up in the same state as the other Pokemon in the center, and Pikachu's pride is hurt.
Very.
He physically is hurt, but like his pride is like even more bad because Ash tries to like comfort him, and he just like rolls to their side like, don't look at me.
This is really off topic, but in this moment, I think it's the first time I really noticed it. They don't use gendered pronouns for the Pokemon. It's always it's.
No.
This is the first time I've noticed it, but
Pokemon genders didn't exist in Gen 1.
I know, but like I don't know. I guess it's assumed that Pikachu is like a male.
Yeah, he's very boyish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed it really heavy here because Misty, Brock, and Ash all three do it in the sequence of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And Pikachu tried its best, and it's just very odd to me.
Its pride is hurt. It's blah blah blah.
So just something I noticed. I wonder when that finally changed because I know that didn't stay.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
So Nurse Joy brings in a Thunderstone out of nowhere. Very convenient that she just had this.
Of course she did.
And as we all know, Thunderstones are what allow Pikachus to evolve into Raichus.
Correct.
And so the dilemma is we either evolve into Raichu and get strong enough to beat Surge, or we don't evolve Pikachu and Pikachu remains Pikachu.
Yeah. And Ash ends up giving the choice to Pikachu, which I think is a really nice touch.
Yeah.
It's, you can choose whether this is what you want. I would feel bad evolving you just for this fight. Yeah. That's not who I am as a person. You can choose that for yourself.
If you want to do this to get stronger, you can do this.
Right. And it's really cool. It's a really sweet moment because he bats it away.
Yeah.
And we obviously don't understand Pikachu, but Meowth kind of translates it for us and says, well, he wanted to do this for Pikachus everywhere. He wanted to show them that you don't have to evolve to be strong.
For all the little Pikamaniacs, you don't need to juice up to get strong. You just need to say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
That's it.
That's how you'll get strong like me.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly it. That's exactly what he said, word for word.
Ash and Pikachu are determined to beat Surge as Ash and Pikachu, and Brock says that he has a plan.
Brock has a plan.
And they all go out to the gym, and Team Rocket shows up in disguises while waving Team Rocket flags.
Yeah, they've got a big flag with the Rocket logo on it, but they're like, we're in disguise, you don't know who we are. Yeah, but they give him a little cheer, and it's really cute.
Brock calls this disturbing, and Misty says, "Thank you, Team Rocket." Like, how did she know? Look,
maybe the big R that you're holding? I don't know. Oh, yeah. It is a really cute moment, though. It was nice, because they started into the intro, too. They're like, hey, cut it out, cut it out.
Wait, no.
But, no, it was really cute. Like I said, like, this is a very good use of Team Rocket. Like, this is cool.
So Ash, once again, tries against Surge, and Pikachu is losing at the beginning, and Raichu is continuously using the move Body Slam, which is actually a splash.
Yeah, he just kind of flops into...
As you know, I am a big wrestling guy, and a Body Slam is when you grab a guy, kind of flip them, and just slam them down. It's slamming their body.
Yeah.
But Raichu is slamming his body, kind of like a big, like a belly flop if you're doing like it in a swimming pool. That's called a frog splash, or a tsunami if you're Bronson Reed.
Oh, okay.
I think Raichu is more like a tsunami because it's a little big.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raichu's just splashing Pikachu down. But Pikachu starts using his speed to his advantage, and he is running literal circles around Raichu.
And I think it's really cool that Brock mentions this too, but because Raichu evolved so early, he missed all the opportunities for the speed adjusting moves and stuff, which is
actually how that works.
Exactly. It's a big dilemma in the game, because I think every time I've ever gotten a Growlithe specifically, I'll evolve it early, but then you miss out on moves like Flamethrower that only Growlithe can learn and not Arcanine. So it's a big difference whether, that's what you want to go for. It's something like competitive players look into a lot more than I ever have in a playthrough. But it is cool that we're getting at least nodes to that in the anime too.
Yeah, and I think like other Pokemon, even that don't have like stone evolutions, are also like if you just wait, you'll get other moves.
Yeah, if you cancel or have an Everstone or whatever past whatever level it's supposed to evolve, Pokemon like even Bulbasaur can learn really powerful moves into the 30s and 40s that Venusaur or Ivysaur couldn't learn. So it's just a cool little thing. Yeah. I thought it was a really neat touch.
So Raichu hits a big Thunderbolt, the biggest Thunderbolt we've ever seen. But Pikachu uses his creative control claws to use his tail to ground himself.
Yes, which is...
not how that works, I don't think.
I would say no.
But they said that's how it works, so that's how it worked.
Yeah, it's plot armor. It's fine.
Yeah. Pikachu looks like a scarecrow in the middle of it. He's just like, you cannot touch me.
But it worked out for him. I mean, he didn't fade. He's still there. He's still going strong.
Yeah. So Raichu is Thunderbolted out, and Pikachu quick attacks his way to victory. And Raichu does the JOB on the PPV. Pikamania's running wild.
Pikamania running wild. Oh.
So this is Ash's first legitimate badge win.
Yes, finally. So he's 1 for 3 of his badges of like actually earning them.
33%.
33%.
33% chance.
It's still failing, but we're getting closer.
True.
That's what matters. Maybe we'll have a passing average by badge 8. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So everyone is laughing and having a good time, and Team Rocket walks off into the sunset, and James says, "We wasted the entire episode cheering on the good guys."
Yep. And then they break the fourth wall talking to the narrator at the very end. Yeah. Like it's cute. I laughed. I thought it was funny.
That's just a nice touch. Like I can't be annoyed by it. It's just like, you know what? Fair.
Yeah. No, it was great. like I said, I really like this episode.
Yeah, no. So what do you think is better than this one?
I really like the Squirtle Squad episode.
Really,
100%.
that one?
That one is my
From what perspective? Just the vibes?
Just the vibes, just the storytelling. I mean, it's really cool to have like this group of bad boys that kind of turn good at the end. Like, it's just really cool. That has been my favorite one so far.
Okay. I think on like a writing perspective, I would put this one at number 1.
Mm.
I would put the first episode like after it.
Yeah.
And then I'd put Charmander.
Charmander also. I think Charmander would be my number 2. This would be 3. Okay. I think that would be my top 3.
Because I think I'm also basing this off of if I were to tell someone, hey, we're gonna watch Pokemon, I'm just gonna turn an episode on. Mm. What episode would I want to turn on?
That's fair.
And it's either this one, it's the first episode, or the Charmander episode.
That's fair. I feel like the Charmander is like almost too much to like have an introduction as. I feel like that's like really
maybe not
like
as an introduction, but like just to like revisit.
Sorry, this is really bad. That's like showing if you're watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
As the first episode.
Nina Tucker. It's the funniest joke ever written, guys. It's the funniest one. Joke peaked when we came up with Nina Tucker, guys. Like, we can't go past it. That's why all the jokes in this show are bad, because they're not Nina Tucker. You hadn't come up with that one yet.
He has a burning rage for that episode.
No, I'm not upset by it. It's just that, like...
It's overdone. It's overplayed.
Like, that joke is still being made.
Yes.
You can buy merch of Nina and the dog fusing. It's like, dude, it's 2025.
Yeah, but it's still a good joke.
Funniest joke ever. I have not actually technically seen FMAV. It's on the list. We'll get there. But when we do get there, when we get to Nina Tucker, you know I'm going to laugh my butt
I know, because you know about it beforehand. It was gut-wrenching watching it for the first time, I will say. But yeah, like if that's your first introduction to the show, you might not want to finish the show.
Like, Full Metal Alchemist isn't that type of show.
No.
Pokemon is like Pokemon's strength is that you can come in at any episode at any point.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that the first episode is pretty solid is like a good thing too.
Oh, agreed.
So like with us, like when we started this, we like went in, we started Pokemon, we're at the first episode, like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then like from then it was like, okay, there's like some misses. And as we go on, I think there's gonna be more misses.
Agreed.
In fact, there's gonna be some more misses in this episode that we're gonna talk about next.
Yep, we are.
But there are some good ones to like pick out.
Yeah. They're definitely, and I feel like we've been on a hot streak. Like the last 5 episodes have been like all really good, really solid.
It was like Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, not in that order.
No.
In that order, actually.
Yeah.
In that order, actually. Bulbasaur, Charmander,
right.
Squirtle, in that order. And then the Big Dragonite, and now this one.
This one, yeah. Those 5 are all, like I said, those are some of the best, if not probably. I would say they're all in top 10.
I think Big Dragonite was one of the worst episodes we watched.
Really?
All that exposition was so bad, dude.
That's true, but it's I don't know.
Like from a watchability standpoint, like I didn't enjoy it.
That's fair.
But from a aura and hype moments, Big Dragonite takes the cake.
That's true. That's true. It's memorable. It's something that like, okay, when I'm thinking back on episodes that I remember I've watched, I remember that one, and I remember, you know, seeing all the Pokemon on the wall for the first, like, it has some big moments in it.
Yeah.
And I just, it doesn't do a lot of storytelling, though. I will say that much. It's just there.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I had for this episode. I don't know if we like started on a trail and then we slowly got off of it. But like, best episode so far. Okay. He
does not agree with that.
I don't, but I really
do
do think it's up there. I do. So it's still top 5, for sure.
Okay, we're moving on.
Yes.
Episode 15, Battle Aboard the Saint Anne. Not what it's called, but okay. Aired on July 8th, 97 in Japan, and September 7th, 98 in English. So Ben, who was the Pokemon before we get into that?
Oh, before we get into that.
Who was the Pokemon?
Who was the Pokemon on this one? Ooh, that's a little harder. I'm going to go with Butterfree.
Really? You think it was Butterfree?
I do.
See, we started doing this a little later, so they only do each Pokemon once, I'm pretty sure. So if Butterfree did pop up before, we wouldn't know, or he wouldn't know.
Okay.
Because we only started doing this like an episode or so ago.
Yeah.
It is not Butterfree, it is Raticate.
Ah! I was between the two. All right, that makes sense.
I wouldn't think to do Butterfree in a previous episode.
That's fair. They probably did.
Maybe not in the Butterfree episode, because I feel like that would be more Metapod.
Yeah, because it was it
right
both twice in one, or no, back-to-back episodes, right?
Yeah, back-to-back episodes.
Okay.
It was Caterpie Metapod in like the third episode, and the fourth episode was Butterfree.
Butterfree, yeah, that's right. Okay.
And it was like right at the end.
Yeah.
So maybe they haven't done Butterfree for a Who's That Pokemon.
That's fair. I don't know, but it makes sense. I mean, they're both prevalent. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
darn.
So we'll get into it. Why the St. Anne?
I don't. It's SSN in the games.
It's SSN in the manga. I checked today.
St. Anne, apparently. I don't know if it's a translation thing or if I really genuinely don't know.
Like, I think when I looked on like the wiki, it said that the original in the Japanese was St. Anne.
Okay.
I think.
Well, what if the St. Anne ship sunk in this, and then the SS Anne is the rebuilt ship,
after.
And that means the manga and the games take place after Ash's journey and all of that.
Maybe, I don't know.
I genuinely don't know.
But yeah, I feel like maybe. I feel like Saint is a problem, right? Because like religion. They're weird with like.
They don't care about religion. We found out later.
Dude, we're gonna get to it.
We're gonna get to it.
But with like things like Yu-Gi-Oh, crosses are a no-go.
Yeah.
And like anime, especially in this time, they love the good crucifixion.
Yeah, they did.
They love the good crucifixion.
Later on with the ghost Pokemon that Misty has the crucifix.
Big crosses.
Yeah.
Also just like physical, like I am putting someone on a cross and I'm like holding them.
Okay,
that happens at the end of Digimon like Adventure 02.
Oh god.
Like the Ken, he's like having like a dream vision because he was evil for a time. And he's like envisioning like he's being crucified and all the Pokemon are like, down with the Digimon Emperor, F you. Okay. And he's like, they change it in the English.
That's crazy.
But in the Japanese, he's like being crucified. So I don't know if they're like saying we probably shouldn't do that for the manga and the games, but they like before kids didn't care.
Yeah.
Apparently at this time they didn't care.
Apparently.
So they just went with St. Anne.
It definitely could be something like that. I could see
I didn't look into it. I should have looked into it.
I thought about it too after the fact.
But it is weird that there's like that discrepancy there.
Yeah, it is. I don't know, man.
I'm going to be referring to it as the boat from now on, though.
Okay.
So Team Rocket shows up in Gyaru disguises and gives the crew some tickets for the boat. And this is a good translation for Gyaru.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they're not doing the Valley Girl thing, which is normally what happens to Gyaru.
Yeah.
And James continuously going, like, cool is really funny. Yeah.
Little voice.
Like, they're using, like, outdated slang.
Yeah.
And that's, like, what's making them, like, Gyaru.
Okay.
And James has, like, the blonde hair and everything.
Right. You know a lot more about this than I do, so I'm feeding off your
And there's, like,
here.
levels to Gyaru, like, as well. They're kind of in, like, a little step above Marin Kitagawa, but they're not, like, fully that one girl in Dandadan. You know the one girl who looks like a raccoon?
Yeah.
The dyed hair and the pigtails?
Yeah.
It's like the level in between that.
Okay. I see what you're saying. It's yeah.
Yeah. The tan, the blonde hair, the way of speaking.
Right.
So Team Rocket gets a call from the boss after they get the tickets given out. And the vibe of this scene, perfect.
Yeah.
Like Giovanni is just the right amount of like intimidating and mysterious.
Yes. They do a really good job at that. And this is his first appearance, if I'm not wrong. Like,
yeah, we haven't seen him before.
He's just the mob boss. I mean, it's really cool to finally see, like, okay, this is the guy that they're all working for. It makes sense. It makes sense why they're so pressured to do all these horrifying things. Yeah.
So the plan is to steal all of the Pokemon from the trainers invited onto the boat. That's why Team Rocket pushed Ash and the gang to get on the boat.
Correct. Yeah, they really want that Pikachu still, so they got to get them on the boat. So they give them out free tickets, and everybody ends up on the boat.
Yeah, it also wasn't like them specifically targeting them. I think they just like happened to come up because like they give a lot of other trainers free tickets too.
Yeah. I think you're right. Because there are a lot of trainers on the boat. It turns into like a Pokemon convention.
Yeah, like the main hall is set up specifically like a convention. There's like a lot of like booths and stalls. And then over in a corner, we see a magician using Eradicate to fight a boy with a Starmie. And the magician like sounds like Elvis vaguely.
Kinda, yeah. I don't get the magician outfit though. Like why he's got the getup.
I don't know, dude. He just is a magician.
He's just a magician.
He will be a magician with Eradicate.
Yeah, you do.
He's like Eradicate.
Yeah.
Eradicate.
Abracadabra, what's that? It's Eradicate.
It's Eradicate. So Ash decides the battle with the magician with his Butterfree, and he almost wins, but the magician says, we'll call it a draw.
Yeah, he pulls it back last second. Like, it's okay.
I'm gonna lose. It's a draw, man.
Yeah. And around this time too, Rocket is in disguises.
Yes.
But they don't disguise their faces at all? Like, at all? Like, it's just the Jesse James faces plastered onto...
Like the uniform?
Yeah. So, like, I feel like that's the one thing you would...
Don't run into the guys that we know.
Yeah, right. Even though we specifically gave everybody in here tickets.
They should have kept the Gyaru makeup on.
They could have, and it would have worked better. But they didn't want 10 minutes of James going, goo!
So speaking of James, he gets scammed into buying a Magikarp.
The Magikarp seller!
The Magikarp pyramid scheme.
Yep. Like, all right, if you have this Magikarp, and it lays 1,000 eggs, and then you sell each, and you raise those eggs into Magikarp, and then each of those Magikarp has 1,000 eggs, that's like a lot of eggs. That's a million Magikarp.
And each Magikarp sells for 100 Pokédollars, because that's what you're buying it for.
That's $1 million right there.
Yeah.
It's genius. And then you can have those Magikarp lay more eggs, and you get more money out. It's a genius scheme.
Yeah, it's a great scheme. You just have to have the Magikarp work. Yeah. You have to actually find someone to buy a Magikarp for $100.
Someone to buy them. That's
some other sucker.
Yeah. And so James ends up being that sucker.
Yeah, uses his advanced salary and Jesse's advanced salary.
Yep. Which I find that idea so funny of him just going to the boss, being like, hey, I need more money, but I also need more money than that. So I'm going to take her check too, and we're going to...
Why does James have access to Jesse's funds?
Who knows, man? People probably think they're married or something. It's just a joint account.
Yeah, it's a joint account.
Who knows? Oh.
So while the gang is eating, the magician comes back and he asks to trade Eradicate for Butterfree.
Yeah.
Having trading being here is cool.
It is cool. And the machine they use is very obviously a reference to how it looks in the games and stuff.
Yeah,
you never
the thing.
see the machine, but you get the little cut scene with the tube in the hole,
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a good design for it. I like it. But they do end up trading to Ash's dismay.
Yeah, he's not really sure about it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's unsure. And then after the trade, obviously, he starts remembering all the good times with Butterfree and really regrets it.
And he tries to comfort him about trading away the Butterfree. And it's a nice moment between them.
Yeah.
Missy doesn't do a great job at comforting him, but she tries.
But she's trying. That's the important part.
So Team Rocket reveals themselves, and all the other grunts show up, and they're wearing the traditional black uniforms. Why do Jesse and James have white ones?
They wanted to feel important.
Are they officers? Is it because they have Meowth?
It might be because they have Meowth. I mean, Meowth was talking to Giovanni about how he used to be the favorite. Yeah. And now he's got Persian. Yeah. So maybe that's it. Maybe they're Meowth's bodyguards.
Is Meowth actually in charge? He was saying it
before, but it could be. You never know. This show is so out of pocket sometimes.
Yeah.
But... regardless, they're in their uniforms. James is still upset about buying a Magikarp for way too much money.
Okay, I guess I'll steal the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And so they're sucking up all the Pokemon with the vacuums because they love vacuums. Mm-hmm. And Ash urges everyone to fight with their Pokemon. And everyone does cool group combo moves with all the Pokemon teaming up.
They use the battle theme for the games too in the background here, which I thought was a really neat touch as well. Again, I think this is the first time they've used that. They've been going along pretty well too. They'll use different route themes or city themes or whatever in the background. It's not usually too noticeable, but on big moments like this, it sticks out a little more.
They bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's really cool. I enjoy it. I'm a music person, as you well know, so it's cool.
Do they? I don't know if they do. Discjockeymonkeyboys, they do.
Yeah.
I was like, do they do?
Yeah.
I'm what do they know about you? What do they know about me?
That's fair. I'm a big music person. That's kind of my thing. I went to college for a couple years for music. I really like my music theory classes, all that fun stuff. It's great.
And I talk about anime on the internet.
Heck yeah.
So Ash sees some Butterfree and he tries to join in on the fun and he sends out Eradicate and Misty goes, Ash, you don't have a Butterfree anymore. And this is where we get that montage of the Butterfree and Ash is like, okay, I miss Butterfree.
Yeah. It pulls at the heartstrings a little bit there.
Yeah.
But
this is the saddest moment we will see with Butterfree. I'm sure of it.
oh, totally, for sure. Not in like 3 episodes. We won't get more.
It's a little further back than that.
Is it?
So I think it's a little further.
Okay. That's fair.
So all of Team Rocket get blasted away, and the boat starts getting rocked by a bunch of waves. Mm-hmm. And so while this is happening, Ash tells the magician that he wants to trade back, and the magician agrees with like absolutely no problem.
Yeah, which is cool of him.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a little more conflict.
Yeah, it's not a scam. This dude was just like, oh, that Butterfree's kind of cool.
Yeah. Hey, beat my Raticate, so why not? And then he's like, oh, okay, I guess if you really like this thing, I can take it or leave it. So
he's like,
he
cool,
left it, traded back, and then it rolls away.
So the St. Anne is not doing very good.
Not at all.
And we see the captain trying to quell everyone, and the captain is very Irish.
Very, yes.
And then you realize that this is all a Titanic reference because the St. Anne is going down.
Yeah, they talk about the unsinkable ship, and then immediately.
The ship is unsinkable.
Yeah.
That was not a good Irish accent.
It was not at all, but that's okay.
So Ash and the gang and Team Rocket do not escape the ship because Ash drops the Butterfree Pokeball and Ash drops the Magikarp. Ash drops the Butterfree Pokeball. James drops the Butterfree. What? Okay, what's happening? Ash, he's the protagonist. He has a Butterfree. He drops the Pokeball. He goes after it. James, he's the bad guy. He's got periwinkle hair. He has a Magikarp that he bought earlier. He drops it. He's running after it. Yeah. Because this is happening, they cannot escape because of all of this. The boat flips over
180 degrees.
Sinks and ends up on a precipice under the ocean. And then we have a cliffhanger, a literal cliffhanger where our protagonists and the main antagonists are stuck in the bottom of the ocean in a boat.
Yep.
What?
Yep. And it was the wildest ending. I didn't expect the episode to end there at all.
I forgot this was a plot point.
Yeah, no, I did too.
We have officially made it to filler.
Yes, this is 100%.
Like, I get that doesn't like make sense because it's like an original like idea and adaptation for like the anime. There can't be filler. But we're going off track.
Yeah, very off track. This is
not how the manga went. This is not how like the games went. There's not a point where it's like, oh, the boat's sinking. We have to do something about it. In any of those
Gen
things,
1 at least.
They just decided they wanted to do more.
Yeah,
and they did.
Which I mean, it's good that there's more. It's good that they're throwing more ideas in there. This is definitely an odd one. I don't think it's a bad way to do it.
Yeah,
though.
This is we're writing a kids show, not we're writing a anime based off of a video game called Pokémon.
Right. This is 100% like, okay, this is not really believable, but kids will believe it. It's fine. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
It's fine. I also wanted to point out when the captain and all the other passengers off the ship are like on their lifeboats and stuff like that, somebody yells out, anybody who's not accounted for, say something now, or like something like that. It reminded me of like a Monty Python skit. Like it was just really stupid.
If you're not here, raise your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's here. Cool.
Yep. But it was such a weird way.
I think that was the Irish captain.
That probably was the Irish captain. But it was just so like out of the blue. It caught me off guard, but it made me laugh. And
it continues to get crazier because when we move into episode 16, which is titled Pokemon Shipwreck, aired in Japan July 15th, 1997, and September 29th, 98 in English. So, Ben, who was that Pokemon?
Ooh.
There was a lot of Pokemon in this one.
There are a lot of Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure it was like all of the Pokemon minus Butterfree.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to go with Goldeen.
You're going to go Goldeen?
I'm going to go Goldeen.
It was in fact Magikarp.
Ah, dang it. Okay. I can see that. That makes sense. The last one was a Magikarp. I should have known that.
Yeah, because for the last one, I was like, it's either Magikarp or it's Raticate, and it was Raticate, and then for this was Magikarp.
Butterfree for some reason.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
But the thing is, I think this would be a lot easier if we could like decipher when the commercial break is. You can see it, but it's like not that noticeable. Right. It just kind of like cross dissolve and you're gone.
That's true. That's very true. Okay. It makes sense.
If you want to be really good at this game, you should start paying attention to when the commercial break is.
I should. It doesn't mean I will.
What appears before a commercial break and what appears after.
Okay. I will try and keep a closer eye on that. Doesn't mean I will, but I will attempt to.
Okay, yeah. you want to get good at it.
Okay.
So Officer Jenny, at the start of the episode, literally holds a funeral at sea for the 5 humans lost at sea. They even play taps.
Yep, they do play taps. And no rescue party, no nothing. Just, all right, they're dead.
It's
There's
like the next
nothing we can
day.
do about it.
They're like, they're dead.
Yep.
Poor Ash, poor Brock, poor Misty, poor Jesse, poor James.
Oh, well. We'll move on. And then...
And
And these are all, like, kids. You know, even Jesse and James are, like, what, 18, 20,
I don't
something?
know.
Somewhere
I don't
around
know
there.
how old Brock is.
Brock is 15.
Okay, Brock's 15, Ash and Misty are 10.
I think Ash is 10, Misty's 12?
I think I
It's
checked
around
Misty's
there.
10. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, they're you know, preteens. And Brock is a teenager.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering right, Rocket is like 18 to 20 range. So they're
that's
still
what I thought.
young.
Yeah,
And
like they have their
these
whole
5
life ahead of
kids
them.
are just dead.
Officer Jenny's like, nothing we can do.
Yeah, they're just gone. Sorry.
Well, they're not actually dead. They're just trapped in the boat under the sea, which
Correct.
is not the thing that should be happening. They should,
No.
by all accounts, be dead.
For sure, but they're not. Magically, they're still alive.
So this episode is dumb. And I don't exactly want to do like a play-by-play by this one. I'm gonna I'm gonna cover some bits, but like I'm not gonna do like what I did for the last 2.
This episode is the most unhinged, like just crazy. There's too much going on. Way too much.
So Misty is the most useful she has ever been.
Yes, because
With all
she's
of
the
her
water
water
trader,
Pokemon?
yeah.
So she sends out Goldeen to find a way out, but she finds Team Rocket instead, who are about to drown.
Who are so close to being dead.
Because
she saves them.
Jesse had the brilliant idea to be like, Ekans, dig a way out of here. And the ship just starts taking in water.
And yeah. The first thought on my mind is, why the hell is she sending out an Ekans? And then Ekans uses its acid and eats through the floor. And I'm
Right,
like,
it's
that
the
doesn't
acid, not the digging.
help you. Yeah.
It can
either
do
way.
both.
It can do both. But it uses the acid, gets through the floor, and immediately just makes things 80 times worse.
Yeah.
But it's all good. They survive. They get caught up with Ash and the gang, and
Yeah, they all try to
immediately
fight.
start fighting with each other, because that's the best thing to do in a life-threatening situation.
And then they do like a thing where the boat's rocking and it's really stupid.
like on a whole scale, and it turns out Geodude's the problem because he's the heaviest for some
yeah,
reason.
he's just like, Geodude. It's like, Geodude, what are you doing?
But then, like 2 minutes later, when Brock sends out Onyx, that's not an issue.
Yeah, like they just want to show all of the Pokemon, and we
Which
see
I
all
get.
of the Pokemon.
But like, if you just made a point about how the weight of these Pokemon
Matters.
is a problem, then you send out this
Onyx.
thing that is 80 times bigger than a Geodude.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't make
just
sense.
to make a staircase, and then it makes a staircase, and they're
Yeah,
fine.
and then they all climb up and they're good, and then they run into a fire.
Yeah, the boat
underwater.
is on fire!
The boat is on fire. This is like SpongeBob logic. We have a fire that's underwater, but
It's literally the boat's like airtight.
yeah.
So like they're fine. They're not fully underwater. So like the fire is like fine. There's oxygen
Right.
in the boat, so that's why there's fire.
Right. But if there's fire and it's burning the oxygen, they would not be able to breathe either.
But like
At
what's
all.
set up is like that scene in like A New Hope where Leia and Luke are on the one side and there's the other side of the swing by. It's that, but fire underneath.
But fire, and this is Pokemon.
Yeah.
So we can't have anybody be in any danger. So Bulbasaur just vine whips across, and they
then
all
they
do their whole spiel.
Get over.
They all get over it.
So after we do all like the shenanigans, Charmander uses his flamethrower to weld a hole in the bottom of the boat, which is actually the top of the boat, and immediately water starts pouring in.
Yep.
And everyone grabs a water-type Pokemon to lead them up. So the gang get out with Starmie and Squirtle and Goldeen, but Team Rocket is left to drown.
Yep. That's it. And I'm sorry, I got to go back for just
yeah,
a
I got
second.
you.
Right before this, Pikachu. Sorry, not Pikachu. Ash tells Pikachu to give his brain a jolt.
Yeah.
And shocks him to make him have an idea. Like,
Brain blast!
right. Like, what is this episode? Oh my god. But anyways, they get through it. Team Rocket's left. And then James gets all cocky and he's like, haha, I have a
This Magikarp that I spent too much money
You
on.
guys judged me for spending all this money on Magikarp, and now it's going to save us. And then Magikarp can't really swim.
He's so
he just kind of
stupid.
splashes around. And
I wish Team Rocket got to keep this Magikarp.
yeah, me too.
He would be a great addition to the
He
team.
would. He really would. But then they would be too powerful with this Gyarados. That's the only reason they
It depends
can't.
on if they actually get the Gyarados, let's be real.
Okay, that's fair. But it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It would be. Anyways, I'm getting way off topic here.
Yeah. But Magikarp just doesn't do anything. Yeah. And so the gang like is stranded in the middle of the ocean on this raft, but like they're okay with Team Rocket being dead.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And they're like, what are we gonna do? And Brock suggests that they try to use a bird to search for land. You know, like Noah did. Noah from the Bible.
Yep. You know, there's some kid out there whose first interaction with any type of like Christianity
religion
is this Pokemon episode, which is crazy to think about.
So this brings up all of the questions.
All of the questions.
Is Brock Christian? Does religion exist in Pokemon? Well, I mean, there are crosses.
This is equivalent to like when Beyblade decided that Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
And like, and in the Pokemon universe, did Noah get one of every Pokemon instead of one of every animal?
That's true.
Did he have?
Maybe that's why we don't have animals anymore, because he decided.
No, there's a lobster. We saw it in the last episode.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
There are animals. We saw worms before.
We did see the worms before. That's true. Because in the Caterpie episode, okay.
Yeah.
No, carry on.
There are in fact animals in Pokemon.
That's fair. They've like, I feel like as the series
there's
and
like
games
fish
go on,
swimming around, like fish, not Pokemon fish.
That's fair. I feel like they do it less and less as it goes on.
Yeah.
Because like the Pokédex even used to reference like, you know, Indian elephant, and I think it's Raichu's Pokédex entry really early on and stuff like that. But now they don't do that anymore. They like retcon a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's like, wait, Pokemon exists in this universe, not animals.
Yeah. But also around this time, after Rocket comes up
killed
off the raft. No. When they come back up,
Pidgeotto finds them. We didn't mention that, but Pidgeotto
they do
finds
get found.
them.
Yeah. Meowth makes a comment about especially wet water, and I just would like to point out that he's on that side of his water wet argument.
We just go on the stupidest tangents on the show.
Of course we do. Devon,
and it's fully on accident too, because like and they're just making a joke. They're just making a joke, like wet water, but it's like in the big 2025 where we have memes and stuff.
But is water wet, Devon?
Ben, I'm not playing into your stupidity. But this is not that podcast. I'm not playing into it.
Okay.
So when Pidgeotto finds Team Rocket, they think they are dead and they're going to give them a burial at sea.
Yep, they were fully ready.
Pikachu is upset about the fact they're alive.
Yes.
Because when they get up, Pikachu's like, dang it. Thought we were rid of them.
Yeah. And they don't bother to like check if they're breathing. They just
they're just like, well,
let's send them off and do their thing. But
or Team Rocket.
No, Pikachu unfortunately doesn't get his way. They're still alive.
Gotta
still
deal
kicking.
with them.
And then they're all staring at this Magikarp
because they're getting hungry. It's life
really
of Pi.
hungry.
It's life of Pikachu.
Life of Pikachu.
Life of Pikachu.
But unfortunately, Misty's the only one that knows this. But Magikarp is only made of like scale and bones, essentially. And so it's just not going to taste good. Meowth cracks his teeth on it because he can't get through it. And then James throws the thing back in the water.
This is also where we get that screenshot of like the cooked Magikarp.
Yes.
Like, that's where this comes from.
Yes. Yeah, that was making its rounds on the internet for a minute there.
Because it's a whole debate of like, do they eat Pokemon? It's like, yes, they do.
Yes, they very obviously
Shut up. We also eat Pokemon.
Correct.
If you're disturbed by the fact that the people in Pokemon eat Pokemon, you better be a vegan.
Yes.
Because it's the same
thing.
It's the same argument.
Yeah.
But the Pokemon have feelings, so do the cows.
They do.
If you eat meat and you are weirded out by the fact that the people in Pokemon eat Pokemon, I think you should like look at your own morals.
Reevaluate a little bit.
Reevaluate your own morals. Like, come on. Yeah. So James throws that Magikarp back into the water.
And he immediately evolves because Magikarp's weak enough that any little bit of experience, that'll evolve him. Yeah. He must have been right by level 20 there, but he evolves. This big old Gyarados looking thing.
And James is like, that's mine, hey, buddy. Yeah.
And instead of like, I don't know, trying to recall the thing or like anything, because he still has the Pokeball, I do believe. He just lets it terrorize him for a minute and calls a bunch of other Gyarados.
And then they all use Dragon Rage.
Yeah.
Dragon Rage. And so Dragon Rage, he calls all the other Gyarados, and they do like a synchronized dance. They spin around, and then a big Twister shows up and takes them all away. You know, like Dragon Rage.
Yeah, Misty's talking about this legendary move, Dragon Rage. And for those of you who don't know, in the games, Dragon Rage does 40 damage. It is set. It does nothing.
I think 40 damage would do a lot to Pikachu.
Maybe, but we've seen Ash use Super Potions on it. With Super Potions heal 50, so he has more than 40 HP at this point. It wouldn't kill him. It might do some damage, sure, but anything past
Ash.
well, okay, yeah, but Ash I feel like is kind of weak. I feel like he's a low level if he
Power scaling Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Ash, Magikarp, Pikachu,
Yeah.
Surge.
Surge is at the top there, yeah.
He's twice as tall as Ash.
This is true.
Literally.
He's a beefy guy. But no, this legendary move, this legendary Dragon Rage, absolutely, it doesn't suck in the games, don't get me wrong. There are uses for it, but it's not great. And then they very obviously show another move in the games. They show Twister. That's the same animation
Ben,
for
it's
it.
Dragon Rage.
It's not.
It's Dragon Rage. They call it Dragon Rage.
They can call it whatever they want. It's Twister, and I know it's Twister. But they use this big old Twister move. All like 5, 6 of the Gyarados all spinning around doing their thing.
And then everyone seemingly gets scattered.
Yes.
Like it's Digimon.
Like it's Digimon.
Digimon loved breaking up the party.
Oh, I believe it.
Well, there's like, at the beginning, there's 7 of them, and then each of their Digimon have personalities. So there's 14 characters in all. And so they just, every so often, will just break them up to like make it easier to write.
Interesting.
They do it like so much in Tamers. That's like every time they almost get together, it's like, nope, you gotta break them apart again.
That's fair. I was never like big into Digimon. Like
I love Digimon.
It's always interesting to hear about the similarities and differences. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like with Pokemon, like Pikachu has a personality. He's probably like the only like one that really has one. Because like Charmander and Bulbasaur and Squirtle in their episodes have personalities, but they sort of like lose them.
They're not shown as much either. I think that's a big part of it. But Pikachu does. Later on, you get things like Togepi with Misty. You get
but that's like more like a named character.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get Pokemon that are like named characters, but not all of the Pokemon like get that like experience. They all have names, but they're not treated like they're named characters. They're treated like almost like tools, not in like a weird way. Like Ash likes his Pokemon, but they're treated like things that move the plot forward and not a character that I have to write to have like an arc.
Right. The characters don't use them as tools, but the writers do.
Yes.
That's exactly. It's a Mousecatool from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So we're throwing that in there too. Like
Pikachu has arcs, Pikachu has personalities. But like Charmander kind of doesn't, unless he kind of needs to for the episode.
Exactly. Unless he needs to for the plot. That's the writers give him.
Whereas like Agumon can speak full sentences, so it's like he's gotta like have
he's gotta have something. Yeah, exactly. There's gotta be more to him than just he looks like Charmander, but not.
He looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
All right, so we are the last 2 episodes.
Very.
Two episodes.
And we're still ending on another cliffhanger too.
Yeah.
Which it feels odd to me to do that twice in a row. Like as the show goes on, I feel like they do that.
Yeah, we're getting
it's a more
slowly more spherical
story.
and less like episodic.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be for the better. We'll see how this pans out.
Yeah.
Because again, this is one of the weirdest episodes so far. This is probably my least favorite so far.
Yeah, this was really bad.
It's just all over the place. There's too much going on, but there's not enough going on.
Yeah, like I said, this feels like the most fillery of all of them, especially since it's like we have to showcase all of the Pokemon.
Yep.
Because like, what else are we gonna do?
Yeah, they're all here. They all exist. We got to show that again.
Other than Coughing and Butterfree, they're not here.
No, they're not here.
Everyone else, they're here.
I feel like having a coffee in a closed space like that might be a problem.
At least James understood that.
Yeah, right. No, I think that's all I've got for this one.
All we got.
Yeah.
All right, so join us next time where we're going to talk about episodes 17, 18, and 19. Make sure to follow me on all my other platforms at DevBrev. Follow this guy at Discjockeymonkeyboys.
There you go.
He does his DJ stuff.
I do.
He's a good guy at it. I've never seen him do it, but just trust me on this one. Trust me on this one.
Thank you.
And with that being said, until next time, trainers, gotta watch 'em all.